Yes, sir. We are back. BlkPrint.
Man, what episode is this?
33? 33?
32, close.
32. I'm almost there.
That's crazy. I just saw a license plate that said 33 at 333 yesterday.
It's all a sign.
Angel numbers.
It's all a sign. J5 here with Josh P's.
Josh P's, ESTP.
Carbonated P.
Yeah, man, I got a fucking sparkling carbonated water right now. Shout out to Erewhon. They don't know the difference. They just be putting them all out together. Shit crazy.
I'm telling you, they're trying to take us out.
Nah, I fuck with Erewhon. I'm actually about to join the membership. I'm like, fuck, I need to get some money back.
How much
It's like $200 a year or something like that.
For fucking what?
Nah, but you get like 10% back. It's actually a really good deal. Like it ends up paying for itself. You get like free drinks every week or every month or something like that. It's actually a really good deal.
Mark sent a TikTok of somebody that was drinking those shakes and said they were the worst shakes they ever heard.
That bitch smoothies. Capping. I had the shakes. Them shits is good. I had the Haley Baldwin one. That shit was actually our Haley Bieber. That shit was fire.
She's not popular right now.
Why not?
This whole thing going on. We're actually, besides today, we're going to talk about all of the crazy celebrity tea today on B-sides. But apparently she was dissing Selena Gomez. And I didn't know she was racist.
I didn't
know a lot
realize.
of things.
Well, we calling people racist now. I didn't realize Selena Gomez's voice was that annoying.
But
I saw her in a movie and I thought that was like an accent. I thought she was putting on. I watched the last.
Like Mad Deep.
It's weird. It's just a weird, very New York-ish, but I'm not sure if she's from New York.
Nah.
I watched the latest Woody Allen movie, the one that was on Amazon that had her in it.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. But yeah, I'm like, this is how this bitch talk. So I watched that movie and I thought that was an accent, and then I watched like a round table she did around the Oscars, and I was like, oh, she really talks like that.
Yeah, she's in like some beef, some triple threat match type shit with Haley Bieber, her, and Kylie Jenner. Of course, a Kardashian's involved.
Yeah, I mean,
in some way, but yeah, MC in the building. I'm sorry, we went on a complete total aside without introducing MC. Sorry, bud.
I just had to double check and see if Selena Gomez was a Cali girl. She's from Texas. I forgot she was a Texas girl.
Yeah.
She was repping Spurs, repping a Spurs jersey the other year. I completely forgot about that.
Wow. So Texas, it makes sense. Makes sense.
I don't think she's racist. Well,
Haley, I don't know, and I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know nothing about that. This is
on it.
what I'm hearing.
All right.
Yeah, I have no clue, nothing about this. I'm just updated by my wife, often on this stuff, and I'm like,
Often.
okay. I'm just like, you just nod, just kind of like, yeah.
The E-News tea?
Yeah, exactly. That's all I know.
The E-News tea be going too crazy.
Hey, that's what this episode is. E-News. We're entertainment news this week for sure.
Man.
But shout out to everybody who listened to Amp Radio last week. We had some really bomb ass numbers last week. We killed it. We had my boy from The Ringer and the Sound Only podcast, Micah Peters, did his thing. I love his perspective on just so much stuff. We got into a real good conversation about complimenting your boys.
And he gave us a really good movie list. So if you know, check that episode out if you're subscribed to Patreon. Ton of good movies in there.
Absolutely.
Sure, some clips popping up on Instagram and YouTube soon.
There will be, right, MC?
Absolutely. Big shout outs to our official 100 subscriber, my brother Shaq. We are at 100 subs on YouTube.
Woo!
Feeling good.
Hey.
Moving on up.
We moving. Hey, here's the thing. 100 might not seem like nothing close to 100K, but it's from 100 to 100K. You know what I'm saying?
You got to get 100 first to get 100K.
Exactly.
So we well on the way.
And it shows that we're showing up with people's algorithm. We're showing up with people's subscribe list. That's hard because we put out stuff every single week on that YouTube and everybody's fucking with it. And speaking of things that other people are fucking with, they loved Throwblacks.
Oh yeah, Throwblacks. That was a great fucking episode. I've had so many people reach out like, yo, you made me go back and revisit the album.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that album wasn't as pivotal and iconic in some people's lives as it is in mine.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just like the biggest thing in my world sometimes. And like other people are like, oh, I never really listened to it. I'm like, or someone told me they didn't think it was great. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Like, huh?
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, it's just interesting to see. I mean, it's definitely a generational thing. The people I was speaking to were a little younger than me. But I think it's crazy to me that, because of power and Hollywood and what 50's done after his rap career, people don't really think of him as this like superstar rap star.
And I don't want to say this is like unfair. Or I don't want to say it's like, I don't want to use the word unfair, but I think it is crazy that when we talk about like the Illmatics, the BlkPrints, the Reasonable Doubts, that we don't talk about Get Rich or Die Trying, because it's absolutely a classic.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I damn near rank it as more of a classic than Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic, because it was in the era where you had to have hits on the album to carry it. So it had the hits, and it had the underground hits, and it had everything that everyone wanted from a rapper at the time. And yeah, I just graded on a higher scale. It baffles me that people don't appreciate the album as we do.
It was a zeitgeist, and I think in a way that those albums weren't, where it was like it created a cult of personalities around 50 Cent for the whole year.
Yep,
and he ran that whole year.
Yeah.
Like in a vacuum, those albums came out in the 90s. It was a lot different, but like as a whole in hip hop, like Get Rich or Die Trying is that album. Like he ran the whole year.
It sparked something beyond him. I think, creating G Unit and giving Aftermath and Interscope, that spark, like what he brought to the game is well beyond who he is now.
Right.
And I don't think that's appreciated enough.
Right. So we're going to give you guys a chance to listen to that Throwblacks episode. And when we come back next month with the next episode of Throwblacks, we're going to talk about some of the things you guys said about the episode and some of the things people have been bringing up. People have been like, you got to touch on this. You got to talk about this. And we're going to get to that, but we're going to get to it next episode. We're going to do like a post-mortem where we kind of talk about the reception in the last month. But so far, so good, y'all. And thank you guys for fucking with our newest show. It's kind of hard to put new shows out because you never know how people are going to attach to it, right?
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. But I don't know. This idea is something that's been on my heart for a while now. Mm-hmm. I've just always wanted to kind of revisit these classic albums.
Yeah.
And, this platform afforded us the opportunity to do that. So I'm
Absolutely.
excited.
It's dope. It's dope. Thank you guys. But I want to start the episode off with like on a somber note, but kind of like celebratory too. I want to say R.I.P. to Lance Reddick, man. Like this, from The Wire to John Wick, which comes out this upcoming week. It's going to be his final theatrical role is John Wick 4. He does stuff for video game, a game that I play all the time.
What game? He's been on a couple of video games. I feel like
he's on this game called Horizon for PlayStation. He actually did the facial.
Yeah, I saw. Like, I remember seeing his face in the video game before. I feel like I played it even, but
yeah, he's in that. And then I'm a big Destiny player. I play Destiny. I know a lot of people play Destiny. He's the voice of like one of the main people in the game, and it's just again, this guy's career has spanned. I remember I first saw him on Oz.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he's one of those black actors that's like always there.
Yeah,
but like you don't really know his name. Like I didn't really know his name until he passed. Which is sad of me. But once the news came out, I'm like, oh shit! Like he's been in a ton of things. Like I didn't even really think. I just started watching John Wick, so I didn't even really put that together. But instantly, I thought about The Wire, thought about Oz.
Yeah.
There's another film he was in that I really really enjoyed. I gotta look it up.
He's just been in so much stuff for the past decade, like decades upon decades of a body of work. Mark, I know you haven't checked out The Wire yet, which is sacrilegious.
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy.
That's crazy, but I need you to tap in.
I'm trying to. I promise I'm trying to. I'm trying to knock out more of the frontal things that are in my TV catalog, but it's gonna happen though.
Turn that Ted Lasso shit off, man. That'll still be here. The Wire. You gotta respect Lance Reddick, bro. You gotta show him love, bro. For real.
Do I already know him from a meme? I probably already know him. I know way more Wire memes than I do from actual like Wire episodes, and I think that's kind of insane.
Well, I think a lot of people that go to The Wire now, they realize the Weebay, they realize that this is bullshit. They realize a whole bunch of like the one where McNulty kicks his desk. That's another popular meme.
Yep,
like,
kick desk is my favorite. I just type in kick desk gif and I think it's just some random nigga kicking a desk.
That's from the Wire.
I don't know it.
You have Stringer in the car when he like looks like this. The one where he's at the meeting. Like there's so much stuff, but like once you get the act, because the thing about The Wire is actually a really funny show. Like it's not all dour and sad. Like The Wire is low key really really funny. And those moments are played to be in some certain like instances they're played to be funny and comedic in some ways, but the show is amazing. And Lance Reddick, he played Daniels, who was kind of like the head honcho of thing, and he kind of moves around. I'm not gonna spoil it, but he moves around a lot in the series. But Lance Reddick passed away at 60 years old, man.
Man, so young. That's the thing that scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how he passed away exactly, but
they're saying the police believe it was natural causes. We won't know. A lot of people are speculating because he didn't go to the John Wick premiere in New York, and he stayed behind, and they were thinking he might have had a health issue that people didn't know about. And again, it kind of drives home like we're in our 30s now. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to like check our health because we're losing people at a crazy rate at this point.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's sad. I've been just thinking about health a lot lately. Like, it's funny enough, I was thinking about this morning. Like, man, should I stop smoking?
Whoa.
Yeah, like,
wow. Wait a minute.
It's crazy, right? I can't even believe it.
It's not like you smoke cigarettes.
Nah, but I think just in general, I think I just want to be the best version of myself.
Okay.
I think that's, just cutting out the things that don't make me better. Exactly. And weed makes me better in some sense, I think.
What does it do for you, smoking weed?
Oh, no, I mean, I think it just literally calms me, relaxes me. I think, I know, like, after if I'm having a stressful day and I smoke a blunt, that relaxes me.
Yeah.
It's like watching a movie or something like that. Also, I think it just kind of like slows me down a little bit. Like I liken it to Max Payne when at the dead eye mode.
The little
slow
mode.
It helps me think about the whole table and see things and kind of attack it that way. But it's not the most healthy habit, and even though it's not cigarettes, it's still putting smoke and cancerogens in your body. I smoke blunts, so it's like I'm still kind of getting that effect somehow.
How many do you smoke a day?
That's a great question. It depends, honestly. Like, it might be one blunt a day. It might be two. It might be three sometimes. It might be none, honestly. Like, some days I'm so busy. I'm going through a day. It is what it is. I'm trying to think if I want to just go cold turkey with stopping or if I want to, like, wean myself off with, like, a vape pen or something like that.
Sure. I've always, like, wondered what it's like to just stop smoking weed cold turkey. It's like, out here, so many people do it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't even know what it is to not, like.
I work with a weed brand. It's like, it's kind of crazy to think about. But for, I don't know, like, I've been thinking about stopping cold turkey just because, like, I think it's possible.
Right.
But then also, I'm like, it does affect your mood a little bit. Like, when you smoke continuously, it's like you kind of know that you're going to be in a certain type of mood every single day. So, like, once you kind of cut that out, like, there's been days where I didn't smoke for 2 or 3 days. I'm like, oh, my mood is a little more sour than it should be.
Yeah.
But I think there's ways to kind of, like, supplement that.
Do you feel like that's like a placebo where it's like, okay, I stopped smoking. Maybe it's like my body is like telling me to feel this way, even though I might really not be in a sour mood. It's just because I need to have it. Yeah,
it's just your body's just kind of going through that cravings. And I think that's for anything you do repeatedly, then stop.
You stop candy? Smoking?
I stopped candy. I stopped smoking. I've been eating a lot of healthier. Candy's not easy.
Candy's not easy.
Really?
If it was easy, I would have did it already.
Yeah, sugars is probably harder than drugs.
Yeah.
I've been thinking too, like, what would I supplement weed with? Because, like, not that you have to, but, like, I don't know. I've been thinking about, like, microdosing, shrooms.
Why don't you do yoga?
It's funny. I'm about to join a Pilates class or like a gym or something.
That's money. In case y'all didn't know, Pilates is.
I just want. I'm more of a tone type of guy. Like, I'm not trying to get buff,
right.
So it's like I just need to tone and scope. So Pilates is the best way to do that.
EST said his mind got clearer once he put the lean down. It might be good.
Lean and weed are two different things.
Yeah.
Two different things.
ESTG stop drinking lean.
He said it on whatever that record with Boozy. I think it was the record with Boozy. He was like, "Yeah, my mind got clearer, bro."
Cap. I just seen a video of him drinking lean. I mean, rappers stop and start lean repeatedly.
Have y'all seen this? There's a picture going around. I saw it from Amp. Shout out to Ampavelli on Twitter. Somebody took a picture of his new video, and his hairline is crazy.
No, I didn't repeat.
Someone took another picture. I didn't know he has a tattoo. He has a tattoo where his hairline used to be.
Oh shit!
It's like a crown of thorns.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that. I mean, I'm not mad at crown of thorns dreads hanging over it. That's kind of creative.
But the dreads ain't hanging over it, Josh.
I got
they're above it.
They hanging right above it. There's a bunch of niggas. Because the thing is I'm rigging this up. Don't kill me, ST. Because he actually raps about it on the album about his hairline being
What'd
thin.
he say?
Fuck! It's on the
I did see some shit. He said, "Look me in my eye." He didn't pluralize it. He just said just one eye. Like, I was like, "That's you're crazy."
He's poking fun at himself a lot. We played one of the songs from the project at the top of the show, but he's actually very like comedic and like self-deprecating.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he's one of the better rappers out currently. I think he needs better A&R.
Yeah.
But I like what he's doing on this new tape. I think he's exploring himself and his sound and just what he can do. I like when he's singing on tracks and he gets back to rapping. I think he just needs a better air around him to like put that all together and package it correctly.
It's too demonic.
I don't even mind the demonic part because I think he can very much make one of those dark ass albums that's just a classic. Like it's dark all the way through. Yeah. It's just classic. I think he has that potential in him. But again, you need someone to come in and like really just like A&R that, and like that hasn't happened yet. Also
shorter, which I like. This project is really 30 minutes long. I'm like, that's the perfect length of a ESTG project. Like that pause. That is.
God damn it.
I saw Josh's
I didn't even know. I was. Hey,
I saw Josh's
You said project. You didn't say. I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway, back to going cold turkey. If you end up doing that, let me know, man. Because you know what I'm saying.
I haven't support that. I haven't smoked today.
Really?
It might be today as the day. I
was in traffic today.
I know. I was LA Marathon. They got every street blocked off.
Have you shown up to do any of these episodes off the gas?
Yes.
Every episode. What the fuck?
Every episode.
Literally
every single episode I get high for. I think I smoked my pen in here one time.
Yeah. Literally throwblacks. He left. I'm cleaning up. My wife comes up and says, "Man, Josh just smells like this everywhere he goes." Our whole upstairs.
I think I smoked in here that day when we did throwbacks because Loki got mad. I was like, "Oh, my bad." Like
who got mad?
You didn't get mad, but I like vaped, and then like you walked in, it was like a cloud of vape. Like
I just kind of said,
but to that point, to your wife's point, it's like I don't want to walk around smelling like weed. I got a good collection of cologne. I would rather smell like that than marijuana.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
She just said to me,
no. But it's real. Like, but also like so when I be coming here, I be like smoking in my car on the way here. So it's like I'm hotboxing the car. I hop out. I come in your house. Yeah, that's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's wild. That's
crazy.
That's wild to me.
Every time I come up, I'm cleaning up. I'm kind of like.
I'm gonna bring y'all some incense, man. That's gonna make me stop.
I'm kind of like
that story's gonna make me stop cold turkey for real.
Yeah, she literally was like, I was because I rearranged this whole office area, and she's just like, damn, he walks around smelling like this everywhere. I said, I hit the Drewski like, hey, that's his life.
But also, it's like it's because it's hip hop for me.
Yeah,
and that's what I always liken it back to. Like I come from this. Like my uncles used to smell like when I got a crazy story about my childhood. When I was younger, my uncle used to watch me. Like when I was like before 1 year old, 2 years old, whatever. My uncle was like a Rastafarian, like Belizean Rastafarian. It's crazy, but he smokes weed religiously.
Yeah,
and he used to smoke when I was younger, like around me, and he used to watch me. And I remember one time, I don't remember, but this is a story. Like literally, some dudes like tried to shoot him, and like he was in the car with me, and like he like covered me with his body and like took the bullets. And I tell that story to say like I've just always been around marijuana in some way, and and it's almost connected to trauma just because of things like that.
Yeah,
and it's just something I've just been hard to shake. And for me, it's like I've been smoking continuously since junior high, not junior high, junior year of high school. Like I remember vividly. Like it was me, my homie Abel, and my best friend Reggie. We would go to lunch, buy some weed, go smoke, buy some Chinese food, go to fifth period late, and eat in class.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Literally, we were doing that since junior year, and I haven't stopped smoking since then. So like, for me, it's been a part of my personality a little bit, and I kind of want to shed that. But also, it's just a habit that you kind of acquire, as you kind of go through the world, and I think
you're around it.
Yeah, that's why I go back to the hip hop shit. It's like I'm in hip hop all day. I'm in the studio. I'm out the studio. Like I'm it's just always something that's there.
I think that's the craziest part too, because it's like I've been around it, and everyone that ever asks like, "Oh, you don't drink, you don't do nothing," I'm like, "Nah." It's just like, how do you work and do the things that you do, or be around the people that you've been around? Like, I'm like, I don't know, I just don't do it. I feel like a lot of times people look at it not in a bad way. Because I think a lot of people would be scared to be like, oh, a celebrity or a rapper or whatever. They'd be like, get the fuck out of the studio, like, or some shit like that. Most of the time, they're cool with it. Like, we need somebody around that's not
when
doing
niggas
nothing.
is sober in the studio, that's a vibe. Because it's like, now you're not trying to hit my blunt. You're not I'm smoking and you not weird. It's just, I'm always for people not smoking. But for me, it's also just like, I just be needing that shit to deal with certain people. That's what it really come down to. Like, going to work every day, like, dealing with all the stuff I deal with at work and the corporate environment, then going outside of that and still having to work, but in a not a corporate environment.
It's stressful.
Yeah, it's stressful. And I think for me, it's just like I just needed to deal with certain personalities, and that's why I've held on to it. But also, I just want to be stronger than that. So You know,
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Jess. You definitely put the battery in my back because I literally just been thinking about this the last few weeks, and yeah, I don't want to come in your house smelling like weed.
I don't say, but you know what's weird when like I feel like my body got used to it because I'm never around weed ever. And so when we were doing the show, like I don't know if people noticed, like my I would always be clearing my throat.
Oh yeah, when we used to do it at my place, I used to be smoking in front of you, and I was like, damn, I gotta stop this. I at least gotta stop this.
Cause I'm like, I'm like, I can't be no pussy in front of Josh.
Come on, man.
I can't be a pussy. But like in the early days of us doing this show, I was clearing my throat like, cause I'm never around. But I guess I just got used to it, and then I don't really do it no more. So as soon as I get used to it, this nigga wants to quit.
Hey man. New beginnings.
Oh my god.
Self-improvement.
Yeah. It's crazy. But MC, you smoked a little bit of weed last year.
I was actually kind of last year, yes. I was gonna say I was actually kind of late on it. I didn't want to do it at all throughout high school or college. I didn't really just have that interest. I'd listen to the music of it, but that would just be like more so a music thing. And I was just like, all right, as soon as I get into college, I'm gonna figure out what the hell this shit was really about. And then, you know, whether or not that was a good decision or not, I don't know. But, you know, that was just my experience with it.
Well, I like Sober Mark. Sober Mark's cool.
Sober Mark's a great mark. I already told y'all drinking's trash. Don't drink. For any of our young niggas that are listening, I know there's about 10% of y'all that are watching the BlkPrint now. Please don't drink. It's trash.
Do I want to talk about the last time MC was drunk on Discord? Do I want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. Oh,
on Discord. No! Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
This nigga Mark.
It was a photo thrown up in there at like 3 a.m. I woke up. I was like, "Why the fuck did I just post that in here?"
Wait, you threw up and then posted the photo?
No, he took a
no, not a photo of throw up. It was a photo I threw up.
Yeah, it was a photo he put in there. It was like midnight, and I was like, "Okay, Mark." He said something.
Oh, I forgot. I kind of vividly remember this. Because
you know, it was an awkward moment in Discord where no one said anything.
Yeah, I do vividly remember this.
Yeah, I woke up. I was like, "Nigga, why the fuck did I just post this shit in here?" And just deleted it.
I do. I remember that vividly. I sparingly using the wrong words and shit. See?
I told y'all drinking is trash. I'm just trying to tell you.
Now it's trash. Anyway,
it's been trash.
I don't mind drinking. I like a little glass of wine. For me, drinking is like alcohol is so funny, man, because alcohol has different levels, especially when you're with people.
Yeah.
So you'll like drink, and it's like 1 or 2 drinks is like, all right, I'm there.
Right.
3 or 4 drinks might put you over the edge to where it's like, all right, now this ain't fun no more. And it's like a fine line that you have to balance, and it's terrible sometimes.
Just quit it all. Just be me.
But I mentioned it earlier. Like I don't know. There's been so many developments for microdosing shrooms.
Yeah.
I want to try that out just because I think it helps with mood. Like for me, like
that's a different beast though.
It is, but I like to think of myself as an imp. Is that what they call it? When you kind of when you just feel things a little bit. I feel people's shit. I feel the vibes. I'm tired of feeling y'all vibes, bro. I'm tired of it. I need something. That's another reason why I smoke, to not feel y'all vibes. Like I just need to be.
I don't give off no vibes.
Not y'all. I'm just saying people in general. Okay. Like when I'm just around people, like you could just easily feed off their energy. At least I can.
Yeah.
And I want to do that less. So that's why I smoke. But I don't know, man. It's like you said, we're all works in progress.
We're not perfect.
What energy was it that made you want to throw the desk or throw the chair?
Oh no, it's funny y'all brought that up because when I said that, I was in Paris with a few of my coworkers.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers brought that up to me the other day, and she was like, "Yo, like you saying that made so much sense, and like you're right, like." This shit is a simulation, and like
it's not real.
No, it's not even that it's not real. It's like we stress ourselves out about so much, and then the deadline comes up, and it's like, oh, or you know the date comes up, or the big test comes up, and it's like, oh, this was easy.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta stop like living in a simulation where we're beholden to all these pressures of the world. It's like the only pressure you should be held to is the pressure inside of you, and that pressure is going after what you want and being who you want to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking, doing a lot of reading lately.
It's been a real spiritual year for you.
I know. I mean, it's been it's been a big spiritual 12 to 18 months. Like I think I mentioned this before, but I started meditating.
Yeah.
And that's something I do daily now.
Really?
And like, I meditate in general daily. Like,
I got to get there. I think that I got a lot of like baggage because it's about to be like a tough couple weeks for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I need to. I'm like emotionally trying to shield myself because like if anybody knows me, they know like what's coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be rough. And I feel like I'm like bracing myself because it's like I don't know where I'm gonna land.
If you needed to quiet your mind, meditation truly does quiet your mind. Like that is something that I did when I was a little bit younger. I thought that my mind was a little bit loud in certain cases. And it taught me things like Buddhism and Taoism. That was like a pretty cool thing of just because I'm not the most religious person in the world. So being able to learn about that in different parts of the world was something that was interesting. But it truly does quiet your mind if you think that just things talk to you a little bit too much.
I think that's it. Because I'll sit and you can bury yourself in work.
Yeah.
And bury yourself in idle things and stuff like that. But it's gonna break through.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I think like even as we talk about Lance Reddick, you know what I mean? We got to have our physical right. We got to have our mental right. We got to have our emotional right because we got a lot of responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? On a day-to-day basis, we got a lot of responsibilities. And it's like, if you don't get yourself right personally and what's going on and the trauma that you faced, it's gonna seep into other stuff. And I think bracing myself for something to come, just like what you just said, Josh, is like we get to this deadline and it's like, whoa, that was easy.
Yeah.
I'm getting to it. I'm like dreading it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm a super nervous person. I don't know if y'all know. Like, well, y'all know. Like, I'm always nervous. Like, I'm always like, literally right before the show, I'm like, I wake up, I'm like, fuck. I hope it's a good show. I hope it's not trash today. Like, I'm always nervous. You know what I mean? And I want to get out of that because it ends up being good every time. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, all that stuff is imagination and a cage we put around what we're trying to get. And it's like, let's remove that cage. Let's make it a little bit easier on ourselves.
Do you think there are alternate simulations?
I think there's alternate universes. I absolutely believe in the multiverse theory and just like how there's different versions of ourselves in different points of life.
What do you think? What do you think alternate Josh is doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who is Earth 8 Josh?
I don't know, man. That's actually a great question. I think, you know, maybe I think, you know, those multiverse versions of you are pieces of you. So, you know, it might be a chef in another life, or it might be, you know, a basketball player.
Or it might the fro.
Yeah, like I don't think about who I am in those multiverses too much, but just coming off the year I've been thinking about just who I want to be in this universe. Yeah. And, you know, I just want to be a better P. I think that's something I always say to myself, like I want to be a better P. And that's just me.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
I hate to go from this glaringly personal conversation to talk about something really, really ridiculous. But
this is good though. This is good though. A nice little half hour of introspective thought. This is good.
But I hate to go from that to some ignorant shit.
Hey, that's the dichotomy of Josh. Literally.
What's your thoughts on this Bad Bunny Devin Booker thing, man?
Oh man. You know me.
That's how we segued this.
You know me. I'm team Devin Booker, man.
Don't think about it, just say it.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck. This might be a hot take. I know everyone loves him. You know, I think he's
great artist.
Mm-hmm. Wildly corny to me though. I'm sorry. Like Bad Bunny is wildly corny. He's pandering. He's a panderer. I think, you know, I don't know what he is. I think he's fluid. I mean, he's dressed up in drag. Mm-hmm. He's kissed a man on stage. Mm-hmm. He said that he's fluid, I believe, like in an interview or something.
I think the interview was he could like a dude one day and the next day he'll like a girl. He's
I mean, shout out to that. Like Tyler's the same way. Mm-hmm. That's dope. That's being that's the freedom of Gen Z. That's the freedom of the society we live in currently. I love that. Yeah. Love that for him.
You can be what you
want. I also think for him it's more of a it's a little more marketing.
It's a play.
Yeah, it's a little more marketing than it is genuineness.
Because like I get you here because like we're about to lose a lot of listeners.
Hey, but I'm just keeping it real.
I think that with Tyler, it does seem kind of like not like publicity.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not natural. Like you. I don't even remember where Tyler said this. He might have said this to me personally. I might be leaking some news. He don't talk about it. That's not his brand.
Yeah,
like you know, he's in a relationship currently, and like he's doing like I'm sure people have seen him out with his girlfriend and stuff like that. Like he's not, his brand isn't to be this LBGQT plus
icon
IA.
Yeah,
it's actually that's the full thing. I learned it the other day. It's actually dope.
Got to know it.
Yeah, that's not his brand, and I think it's not Bad Bunny's brand either, but he tries to make it a part of his brand. Right. And I would rather him just make great music and just be who he is.
It's cool for him to be inclusive. I think that.
No, it's amazing for him to be inclusive, but being inclusive and pandering are two different things.
True.
And I don't think he's exactly
he playing with it. I remember
he's not being inclusive.
The video where he like dressed up as the woman, like the complete, like the whole thing. I was just like, that's dope. Like it reminded me of some Busta Rhymes type shit. Not him dressing up as a woman, but like the video, like
I feel what you mean.
Busta Rhymes would do
some wild shit. Yeah, I mean, shit. Tyga and fucking YG just dressed up as women, so it's not like it's not crazy. Something that but
Martin Lawrence did it,
but the way he did it
was crazy.
It's crazy.
I do think he need to stop playing with it. He needs to stop playing around with that.
And I just think I think his fan base really romanticizes him a lot more than they should. A lot more than they do a lot of other artists.
Yeah, because I'm seeing it right now. Everyone's like, he's fighting over. And to be clear, y'all, if y'all don't even know it, he dissed Devin Booker on this song because he's dating Kendall Jenner. And so a lot of his Latina fans are like, I can't believe he's fighting over this white woman. And I'm like, I'm not shocked.
Yeah, I'm like, I believe it. It's Kendall Jenner. Like, and not just that. It's like, what do we know about Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny ain't out here fucking with thick Dominican bitches. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, for the people in that genre, like, you look at the Daddy Yankees and the Tino Calderones, and even the newer artists of that genre of just Latin music. J.O.P., one of my favorite artists right now. Shout out to him. They fucking with some bad bitches. They fucking with some they on some shit. Like I be like, so it's like they like and Bad Bunny is doing that in his respect, but like he doing it on a different level, and he doing it with like these white skinny bitches, which ain't really
that's his type of thing.
Yeah, that's his thing, and that's what he like, and y'all gotta accept that.
But
y'all gotta accept that.
He's talked down on appropriation. He's talked down on all that type of stuff, which is dope. I think that, and again, this goes not just for Bad Bunny, but for everybody. We need to start separating. It's the same issue that we brought up with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, you
gotta separate these people. Like they're still people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if Michael B. Jordan's the corny guy for dating white women, then Bad Bunny got to be the corny guy for dating white women.
Well, you know, it's funny. I was just thinking about that. Like, has Kendall Jenner ever dated a white guy?
No, I think she like.
She fuck with niggas too.
She fuck with niggas too.
Like, baby.
She fuck with niggas too. Like, that's never been a question. You know what I'm saying? She's always fuck with, but now she seems to be going towards more like Latino.
But even her, it's like, it's just funny to me, man. I like what you like, but it's like you fuck with Devin Booker, Ben Simmons, Bad Bunny. Like, you like a certain type of nigga, light skinned, curly. Like, you just like a nigga, like you like a pretty boy, light skinned nigga. Like, you're not even. I don't know.
About their preferences.
Funny. Yeah, no, it's just
like I fuck with Bad Bunny music. I fuck with what he do on the wrestling tip. I feel like he shows a lot of respect to wrestling in that sense, and like I think that's dope. Like, especially like I'm cool with Wale, and like he fucking loves Bad Bunny. He's like, yo, what he's doing right now is like he's taking what I did and taking it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, I can't help but salute that, because that's the type of representation that I wanted to see in terms of just like people in that space. But it's like when it comes to everything else, it's like, man, this guy, I've been like this for a minute. Like, I don't know. Like, some of the shit he be doing is kind of weird.
I've always felt like that. Kind of corny. And I it's so crazy that he's such a sex symbol, but I mean, shout out to him. He's making it work.
I just feel like if y'all are so betrayed for Bad Bunny, man, y'all need to just go find y'all a real nigga that's fucking with y'all. Because I don't know if he's fucking with, like,
y'all better get on J.O.P.
He's popping.
Yeah, he popping. He's Mexican. I forget the name of his band. I'll butcher their name if I say it. But they do like the cartel drug raps. Like they sing it. But you gotta understand, these niggas be putting that shit on. Like, Who Decides War Fit, singing a whole cartel country music ballad. Like, it's crazy, bro. The videos is wild. Shout out to Rancho Himida. That's this dude Jimmy. He's like the Puff Daddy of Latin music.
Oh wow.
Literally calls himself that. Like, he is that guy. Like,
I've never heard of him.
AP. Like, he going crazy. Like, he is the Diddy of Latin music.
I've seen Bad Bunny compared to like the Kanye or like the.
I can see that.
The Future.
It's like the left to center. Like, you would never see J.O.P. doing none of the shit that Bad Bunny on. I'm sorry. Like, it's just ain't even in his bloodline. He can't even do that. But
oh shit,
it's funny. He was just in the studio with Roddy Ricch.
Oh my god,
they about to drop some heat. Roddy Ricch is about to drop a fire Spanish song. I can feel it coming.
I feel like Roddy be waiting too long between projects. I feel like I really liked the last project, but I feel like I need. It was very like slow.
Yeah, he just got to put his foot on the gas. I think Roddy is one of them artists who had great success fast. And when you get that, like when your debut album is as big as that, it's like you're afforded the luxury of taking some years off. It's like that's what the label want. Damn near, we got to work this for a year and a half, 2 years. So I think he got into that mode, but he's still a young artist, so he still needs to get his reps up.
He's not even like 25.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He wasn't getting his reps up, and I think now that he put out that project, and now it's kind of back rolling. I think he just needs to keep dropping more music and just stay on next. He has so many songs with Takeoff. Like Takeoff was his brother.
I need to hear him.
Like I was in the studio with him once. He has so many songs with Takeoff.
I want to ask something, and then we can go to the next topic real quick. What do you think Roddy feels about the Gunna thing?
It's funny because they're close friends too, and I mean, honestly, man,
he hasn't said anything.
I've been back and forth on it. I don't know if you guys have caught. There's a Gunna snippet that just dropped yesterday. Yeah, his assistant played a new Gunna snippet. He kind of addresses the shit. He kind of talks about it. Sounds fire too.
What did he say?
I don't even know. I gotta find it. You know, I'll be on the Gunna fan page. The Gunna fan page, hey, Gunna
they
fandom,
still riding. They
nigga,
riding.
they riding and they going hard. They in the other people comments like, he ain't no snitch.
I like
His
that.
lawyer said this.
Hey,
they going up.
RBR,
fight back,
RBR,
fight back. That's it.
Real Boss and Richie and Rolling Loud.
Hey,
hey.
Niggas is definitely fighting the snitching charges. I like it's interesting, man.
You thought we was gonna lay down? Hell nah. We fighting that shit. We fighting.
That's what he said at Rolling Loud?
Nah,
I thought he said it verbatim.
The fact that Real Boss and Richie was at Rolling Loud and he was fucking like other rappers was coming up to him. He was there.
Good. I mean,
like, he good.
That the thing with the Real Boss and Richie shit is that nigga been swinging since the allegations came out. He just been swinging, dropping freestyles, dropping tapes. Hey man, that's nigga's a fighter, man. And I think
I like it.
And Gunna is swinging. So on the snippet, he says, "Heard the rumors, I'm packing up and flying out. We ain't going nowhere. I'm staying here, gonna fight it out." And it sounded like a little wavy, It's funny. His assistant, she deleted the post as soon as like it started to like catch on.
Yeah.
I think Academics has posted it by now too.
Hey man,
the song sounds fire.
Hey, when
they say I'm flying out,
anything.
We gonna fight it out.
Anything that Gunna does, the next move has to be strategic.
Well,
anything he does next,
this is my thing,
has to be smart.
He should not do anything until after the trial. That's how I feel.
I feel like the trial is taking forever to even start.
It's like he needs to not do anything until the trial.
Started? No,
they didn't even pick the jury yet.
They haven't picked the jury. They keep getting.
I forgot.
But they're gonna figure it out. The trial's gonna happen this year, I believe. I mean, it has to happen this year. I think the thing is like he needs Thug to come out and be like,
I didn't do it.
Yeah, he didn't snitch on me. This is what it is. Because honestly, like I thought about it and like, first of all, we're all civilians in this room.
Yeah,
Mark in his room. No, it's just like so. It's like the whole snitching. He is snitch. It's like, why do we give a fuck? We shouldn't care. But then it's like we act like such experts on the topic, and I'm guilty of this myself. I feel like, first of all, he pled out, which wasn't really snitching. Like snitching is getting on the stand, pointing fingers.
Yeah.
Troy Ave just snitched.
Yeah, Troy Ave for sure.
Troy Ave just snitched.
The Troy Ave thing is like,
and even the Troy Ave thing, I'm like,
does that reframe what you feel about the Gunna thing?
It doesn't reframe the Gunna thing, but it's like Troy Ave just snitched. That's snitching. That's getting on the stand, pointing fingers, saying he did it. But also, I'm not mad at Troy Ave. You tried to kill me, I'm a snitch on you. Yeah. Like, nigga, if you tried to kill me.
But to a civilian, it's like, no, you're supposed to go get it in blood.
Bro.
Like Lil Durk said.
You try to kill me? And like we both get caught and everybody know. Nigga, yes, I'm about to go and tell the story that we all know that happened. You tried to kill me. I pulled the gun. I shot you. Yeah, nigga, that's what happened. Nigga, he tried to kill me. So I'm not mad at that. But that's snitching. What Gunna did is just playing out. And like, honestly, it's like, you know, it looks bad in optics because it's like the whole, but I think that's the optics are because of
he was first
case.
too.
Yeah, he was first.
He was first.
And just the way the whole industry played it. Like YSL is not a gang. YSL is a label. YSL is a family. Like remember 300 and YSL did that.
They're still doing it.
Y'all did that for the artists on YSL to come out and say YSL is a gang. So someone needs to shut up. Yeah. I think it might be the people on the label side that need to shut up. Honestly, like y'all need to shut up and let the case play itself out. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I think Thug really needs to clear the air. But
I feel like he can't say
but
nothing.
He can't. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He can't clear the air. He on trial. So it's like until then, Gunna might want to lay low. And unless it's just like the off chance that Thug is just like, nigga, I'm Young Thug and I'm gonna record a snippet over the phone, gunna you, my nigga, da 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 da, and then they go into the new gunna shit.
I mean, Funk played out too.
I know that the whole fucking YSL played out.
Yeah, like that's like
and there's some real snitches. If you want to look into what snitching is and paperwork and shit, that's a part of YSL. Like Duke said, hey, these YFN niggas tried to kill me. That's snitching. Like it's so much, man. And I hate that we all get into this conversation because it's like why are we the authorities?
I just want Thug music. I said this the other day. I was like, it's hard for me to listen to Thug right now with the chance that he may never be able to do what he really loves doing ever again.
Yeah, no, it's
hard to listen.
It really sucks, and I think I'm excited. I'm not excited. I want to see him have his day in court.
Mm.
I mean, we all know. Like, I know him. Like, I don't think Thug is out here leading a gang. I think he's a rapper who did rapper shit, but I don't think he's out here leading a gang. I don't think he's out here like, hey man, here's some money, go buy some coke and give me back. I don't think. I mean, maybe I don't know what niggas is doing, but if that, like, I don't think that's.
But I think the framing of it is like, is his music? Is he saying what's in his music? Is it admitting what he's doing, or should we be able to use his lyrics?
They use the most basic lyrics. I'm a blood.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
I don't know if that's gonna hold up.
I mean, shit. It's already in. It's held.
I don't know. I mean, I will see what the jury says. They can't find a jury MC because everyone they keep finding either doing some shady shit, going on vacation in the middle of the shit. They end up being YSL Splinter Cells that's low key gonna try and get them off, all of that stuff. So that's why they're having trouble finding people in Atlanta to actually represent this case because it's so much shit going on with this whole thing. That's why it was supposed to start in January. We're almost in April and it hasn't started yet. It's almost been a year since they arrested him. So
did we care enough about these things 20 years ago? I can't really think of like what is an equivalent to the amount of details that we did.
Yeah, they did. I mean, 3-6 Mafia, Juicy J was calling niggas Donnie Brasco niggas. Like he was definitely caring.
This has always been.
No, but as far as snitching in general, yes, this was something that people did not play with. But as far as like an actual case that we can tie this towards an artist, like when Cam said I seen the Rockefeller sign up when the shots was fired, when niggas going snitch.
Well,
yes, they were.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were.
But also, he said that in an interview. He didn't go to the courthouse or to the police and say that.
Yeah.
He just said that in an interview, like on the offhand.
Yeah.
It was definitely snitching, though. But also, it's like, come on, Cam. Niggas are trying to rob you. They ain't throw the rock.
He said,
I mean, think about, I'm just saying, funny. It could happen. Just right through the eye.
That's funny.
At the like, he would have had to do this, reach in. At this point, I'm driving off.
It could have been another nigga. Another nigga could have been throwing the diamond up, and then the other nigga had the strap. You never know.
Cam was wilding for that. Now he's on Pardon the Interruption hood version. You mentioned Diddy earlier, Josh, and there's been some rumors. There's been some rumors circulating. Paramount is allegedly Viacom. Paramount, they're allegedly trying to sell their majority stake in BET. And they're looking for some people to do it. And Diddy has put his hat in the ring and said that I want to buy BET. Or I want to take the majority share of BET. He's definitely got the money to do it if they want him.
Oh, that's so interesting.
He's like, a billionaire.
You have Revolt. I mean, a billionaire.
He's a billionaire.
Does he have $1 billion liquid or does he have $1 billion assets?
He could probably give up some assets for sure.
I don't know. The billionaire thing is so tricky to me.
Them MGK.
I just I'm tired of like he's a billionaire, nigga. Your business is worth $1 billion. You don't have $1 billion. The billionaire thing is getting thrown around too much.
It depends on how much. I doubt, Josh. I highly doubt BET is gonna go for anything close to $1 billion. But I'm pretty sure if he had to cover it, he could.
No, I mean, yeah, you're gonna go and find the money. You got credit. You got all that. But my thing with the whole BET thing is, and my thing with BET is that it's a dead brand.
Mm-hmm. It's a dead brand until it's June. And then it goes back to being a dead brand.
But that's the thing. It's like even the June shit. It's like, are people watching the BET Awards? Or are people watching the clips on Twitter to talk about it on social media? No.
Is that all Viacom or just BET? Like, is that VH1 too?
Well, what's happening with Viacom? I think they're gonna stick with VH1, and they just rearranged MTV and Showtime are kind of under the same mantle right now. But what they're trying to do with BET is that like a lot of they're trying to bolster Paramount Plus because that's really their future. Paramount's lost a lot of money over the pandemic, and they're trying to kind of get the money back, and that's why they're trying to shift priorities over to certain things. So BET is kind of up for grabs because honestly, I feel like it's too much of an albatross. They don't know what they're going to do to it. BET has a subscription service right now. Then I don't know anyone.
I might be subscribed through Amazon just because like I want to watch like Tales or some shit.
Yeah, or Martin, because that's like the only place. That's Martin, the only place you can find it is on BET Plus.
That's exactly what it is. I have it.
And so I guess they're trying to diversify kind of the ownership of it, so like they don't have to worry about Paramount doesn't have to worry about BET, and they can get content for Paramount Plus. So that's why they're trying to sell it off right now. But I'm just interested in what it's gonna look like. Tyler Perry is somebody that they're floating around too. Tyler Perry has over 4 or 5 shows alone on BET right now.
I would prefer Tyler Perry than Diddy, and I think Tyler Perry has the liquid to buy BET.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
My thing with that is like he has a movie studio. He's already a minority owner. He's already has shows on the network.
Yep.
It just makes more sense to me. I think for what BET as a brand, Tyler Perry as an owner makes more sense. And not just like I was saying, Diddy has Revolt. Like make Revolt great. Make Revolt great.
I don't even have it on my current TV plan.
Yeah, so, I don't even know how Revolt works. I feel like they only show like Drink Champs.
Drink Champs and Carisha. That's it. That's the only 2 things I see on that. But the idea here from the article I was reading was that like people feel as though Diddy could take Revolt and BET, merge them in a meaningful way. But the issue here is like, how are you going to use some of the old stuff they used to have on BET? Like, will you bring back some of the stuff from the vault? Like,
I wonder what IP they own. And like, my thing is like, what has Revolt done? What original content that Revolt have that people are like excited about?
In that sense, it would have to be like Revolt would be to the back burner because there's no reason to care about Revolt anymore once you own BET. That like it's in terms of just combining it. I mean, I guess you could have more. You could actually have Revolt things on actual network television at this point. But other than that, I don't really see the advantage to having it. So like, it was weird that they said that they would combine Revolt and BET because I'm like, Revolt is kind of nothing in the eyes of a lot of people.
My thing with Diddy in these stories is like he has a great PR team. Like I forgot what football team was selling. Was it the Panthers? It was the Panthers. Yeah. And then Diddy was in the running for like a week, and it was like, nigga, you ain't really got this. Like, so it's like I saw the Tyler Perry news first. That's why when you guys mentioned it, I'm like the Diddy could swoop in behind him.
He did it right after Tyler Perry.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, okay. Like I feel like Diddy saw the article and was like, well, shit, I want to buy BET. It's like, all right, nigga.
Well, I want to buy BET too.
I mean, that's really what it feel like, and it's like, damn, like Tyler Perry makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Like, the production costs are low. Everything gets shot right there on the lot in his production studio. He already has hella shows on BET Plus. I mean, really, what I want from a BET right now, I want not just uncut. I mean, we can't do that anymore. But I just want some of their old shows back. Like
that's the thing. I'm like, no, like that doesn't make BET new again. That doesn't make BET viable again. Like. Old shows, you gonna bring back 106 in Park? Kids don't consume videos like that. What you gonna bring back? Teen Summit, maybe that might
Teen
work.
Summit would be cool.
That would work in this day and age. But like,
you gotta clear those songs and all. Yeah,
it's just like what BET shows from the past could you bring back and get that? You can't bring back. They tried to bring back Rap City. They just tried to do that. It's like, I think people are so nostalgic and they gotta let that shit go.
But it is an interesting year to do it because, hip hop turns 50 on August 11th. I would assume that BET is going to try and swing for the fences on a lot of this and do some type of like good, probably like a full summer's worth of content. Maybe it is something that
if you're not working on that content, if you haven't been working on that content 12 months ago, it ain't happening.
Yeah, I feel like
as a person working on Hip Hop 50 shit right now, if you haven't been working on that for the last 12 months, you're not about to do nothing.
I feel like they'll do a big play in June for the BET Awards. And I think, again, like I said, it's gonna be back to regularly scheduled programming, which is Baby Boy, and a whole bunch of shit every other week. You know what I mean? Like that's what they do. So to me, I feel like Paramount and Viacom have had BT on autopilot, same way they've had MTV on autopilot for quite some time. But my issue is though, Josh, is that MTV's actually they're making a concerted effort to put original programming on there. And they're not really making a concerted effort to put it on there. And I feel like they would look at Tyler Perry to put that original programming on BET and try and at least break even with something.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I mean, real talk, BET need to go partner with Zeus.
Like, that would be so great.
They not really like, and that's the thing. I think there's so much black content across so many different platforms and landscapes right now. Real talk, Zeus need to tell Mayweather, let's go buy BET. Let's bring some sports there. Like I could see BET being the home of HBCU sports, showing that on the weekends or whenever those games play.
Mayweather fights.
That's a big
Mayweather fights. Then it's so much black content out there that's not old regurgitated shit that we just aren't even thinking about, and that's what I want to see from BET.
I'm interested in to know the numbers from that Mayweather thing because I
heard the numbers were terrible.
They were
because the numbers from the last fight he did. I heard they were terrible.
Yeah, because the Zeus had simulcast it on there. They had attempted pay-per-view on there, but you had to buy it through the app and you could watch it. And the undercard was like Natalie Nunn versus Tommy Lee and all this other shit.
Another thing is they did the fight in London, so it was a weird time of day. Yeah. So it's like I think they didn't promote that fight right. I forgot fucking Mayweather was even on it. The Natalie Nunn shit seemed like it was a story.
Had a bigger thing than that. And to your point, like a lot of people would look at what's going on Zeus and be like, this is just terrible, ignorant, what I see on Zeus is no different than the fights we used to watch on Making the Band. It's the same type of like shit that's up there. Like it's just that they don't cut away like VH1 has to now. I think that they really should like look at Zeus as kind of a what people want to see. Yeah. I think as soon as Love and Hip Hop and all them got away from that shit, and I know they got FCC and shit to deal with, that's when it started to get kind of loose. But I think that if BET was to give that type of content on streaming and that they don't have to worry about FCC regulations and shit on TV, I think it would succeed because every Sunday when you watch Baddies West, you type in that fucking that hashtag, it is thousands upon thousands of people watching that shit.
Oh yeah,
I have no clue. I like Zeus has crazy amount of subscribers. Then I think BET would behoove them to try and look at that strategy that they have.
It's crazy. I've been trying to figure out this baddies thing because like I'm not really tapped into it. So it started from Bad Girls Club.
So what happened is Zeus doesn't own
Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club. Yeah.
So they just took the people from Bad Girls Club and gave it a new name.
Yeah,
that's
so
what it is.
That first time they did it, Natalie and a bunch of people came back, and I guess Natalie's the executive producer of it.
Okay.
And so they had that first season. They all hate Natalie, so she started saying, hey, let me call Krishan Rock and all these other people to be on the show. Yeah. And that's how it's become Baddies. The funny part about it is that they reference a lot of this Bad Girls Club stuff, but they don't own the footage. And they can't do it, and they can't put the footage out because I guess Oxygen or whatever the Bad Girls Club used to come on, I guess they won't license it to them.
That's crazy.
So they just talk about it, but you never see it. You have to like know it. It's almost like
that's why it's like I could never tap into that shit because there's so much backstory that I'm just not even trying to figure out.
But now like the baddie shit has its own universe.
Yeah,
where they have the drama from show to show.
Yeah, it's so funny because in the social media age, it's like rappers on there, like Stunner Girl. She used to rap. Like it's like
Stunner Girl is in a fight every week on that shit.
It's crazy clout, man. The tension is crazy.
Didn't Stunner Girl have a human in a cage for days?
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that story, but her and I forgot who the other artist she was in cahoots with. They like kidnapped Rocky Bad. I think she's from Detroit. Her and her manager Lando like kidnapped her, put her in a cage. Mm-hmm. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, they cut she had like to get stitches like up her like stomach. Like it's just wild.
Yeah, I was like the fact that she's on the show is insane to me because of the allegations.
Yeah, I'm like, how is she not like
in jail?
Dead?
Yeah.
Is MTV the more expensive purchase? I would hope that there's somebody somewhere in this world that would attempt to save MTV because I'm tired of 24 hours of ridiculousness. Not that I pull up on MTV to just watch TV in general, because I just think that era of TV watching is over. I think you could account YouTube for a lot of that. Like the eras of Viacom being where you needed to watch certain things are just over. We have the accessibility to watch whatever we want to on our phone. But would anybody attempt to save MTV?
I mean, what needs to be saved? I think that they make money off of the challenge, which is relatively kind of low cost for them. They do have original programming. I feel like Viacom looks at MTV as more of a prestige project, and that's why they're putting Showtime on it. Like they're looking to get more people watching it because they have actual TV runners running MTV now, which is cool. It just means that you're never getting music videos again, but the strategy is going to change. Mm-hmm. So it's like ridiculousness. It works because it's cheap. They shoot 10 a day of those fucking shows, and it's
10 a day,
bro. And they just re-up for like 10 more years or some shit like that. Like it's gonna keep coming. Wow. Like it's easy to make. It's super easy to make. You just gotta pay Chanel, Rob, and Stilo Brim, and that's it. You don't gotta do much. They have a set. Everything's already done. You just pay them. I think they're gonna have way more original programming. They've already kind of brought over a lot of stuff from VH1 onto MTV, and they're trying to take those eyes over there. So I think MTV's looked at as the brand that they want to help survive.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that's big money in them contracts too. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Like CeeLo Brim has a first look deal. Catfish still airs on the Cammy Crawford got a first look deal with MTV and Paramount. Like they're actually bringing these people over, and that's what they want to do. So I mean, they're still, other than ridiculousness, there's still a lot of shows. I think that remember when they used to play videos? I'm like, bro, this is we're 15 years removed from that. Like, stop using that as an excuse. Like,
yeah, exactly.
What you want from MTV now is a network that can stand up next to VH1, which it couldn't, and can stand up next to Comedy Central, which does well for them. Like, they need to have its own identity now, and that's why they're keeping it around. So
I mean, it's funny,
is Comedy Central still doing well? I haven't tapped into Comedy Central.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
So they still got South Park running. They still got, but Comedy Central, once again, is cheap. South Park is hella cheap to maintain. They create a South Park episode in 7 days. They don't they don't need much to help that show survive. You know, so
yeah.
One more thing before we get out of here, since we're on the topic of TV, Donald Glover put out Swarm.
Oh yeah,
this weekend on Amazon Prime. A lot of people talking about it. We had kind of like hinted that this was coming.
You came with the leak early on. You damn near knew. You knew it before me. Like I knew about the show, but I didn't know there was anything out public. Yeah, and then you came in. I was like, oh, like how did you know this?
Hey man, listen, we got sauces.
Yeah,
we got sauces. It came out over the past week. Damson Idris, Chloe Bailey. I can't forget about the star. What's her fucking name?
Dominique Fishback.
Dominique Fish. She was in Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes, she was. Yeah, she's amazing in that. She's amazing in Swarm. I've watched 3 episodes. I'm impressed. I'm a fan of just Donald and his team and just what they're doing here. I think, and what they're just doing in general. I told you, like I was a big fan of Atlanta last season. I like this. I think, black artists, black writers, black producers aren't afforded the opportunity to make content like this sometimes. So when you see it, it's like, oh shit, like, oh, black horror, like a black horror show, like a black girl being a serial killer. Like I've never seen that on screen before. So it's cool to see. I think the way they kind of are telling the story is dope. Like I think it's a dope device to have like the superstar and the fan club. Like I think there's something there. I don't know. Like I really enjoyed it. I think it's something. I don't know how this goes on throughout the seasons. Like is it like a Dexter type of thing or what? But I don't know. It's an interesting show. I think it's something that should be watched and appreciated.
I absolutely love the response that has come from Beyonce fans that are like, that ain't us. That's the Nicki fans. And Nicki fans like, whoa, that ain't us. That's y'all. I love the fact that it has been that divisive.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that conversation, but I think it's all fan clubs. You got Nicki, you got Beyonce, you got Taylor Swift, you got BTS. Yeah, you got like it's
Bad Bunny.
That's a great concept of like these fans are obsessive. These fans will do these type of things. Like, and I actually like how the show ties in like real life thing. Like every episode starts like this is real life, or like this isn't a work of fiction. Anything that's tied to a true event is intentional. Like I think that's really dope because like there's a lot of true events they pulled from and used as like plot lines in the show, which is really, really dope.
I'm gonna withhold my thoughts till I finish the show.
I mean, shit. Go ahead. How many episodes have you watched?
4.
Okay, yeah, I'm around the same. I think.
How many episodes are there total?
7.
Yeah.
7.
I'm gonna let it finish. I'm gonna let it finish. I'll say that I think that Dominique is fantastic in the show with what she has to work with. I felt like Chloe's shot surprised me.
Yeah, she's dope. She's really good in it.
Chloe surprised me on the show. I thought that she was far and away magnetic on the screen. I think when she's on the screen, you're kind of drawn to her. She's really great in the show. I can't really spoil.
I was gonna say, I want to start talking about shit, but it's like
you can't really spoil what happens. People haven't seen it yet. Yeah. I think Damson Idris needs to find a new voice.
It's funny for that was he's only been in like one episode I've seen so far, and he's been the low spot for me. I think he comes in with like a LA accent. It's like in Texas.
Can we talk about Damson real quick? Because I've also been watching Snowfall. Now that's where I'm not gonna withhold my thoughts.
I haven't watched Snowfall. I didn't finish Snowfall last season. I kind of just fell out of.
That is not where I'm gonna withhold my thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I think between this show and Snowfall, I think it's time for Damson to just leave the world of America. I think it's time for him to, because the thing with Snowfall this season is I feel like they get a lot of reaction from him yelling. and doing those scenes where he's yelling.
Yeah, are they doing that a lot this season?
They're doing that a lot.
Because someone was like, "Yeah, he's a great actor." You don't remember this scene, the one he yells at the guy in the car?
Yeah, he's just yelling.
I hate that scene. I'm like, this isn't tight to me. And for me, it's like, if Snowfall is supposed to be based on L.A. drug dealers, Freeway Ricky Ross, whatever it is, that's not how them niggas act and moved and looked to me from what I saw growing up. And I might not have seen it as clear as other people was. I was younger, of course, but they look more like Jerome in the show.
Yeah.
They act more like Scully, Manboy. Like, I just the character that Damson's playing in Snowfall just feels inauthentic to LA, and it just feels like, okay, like, you're just this. I don't know. It just didn't feel real. Like I mean, I've had conversations with Freeway Ricky Ross. Mm-hmm. He is not Damson Idris. He's not Franklin. He's not Franklin at all.
I think you talked to Freeway Ricky Ross?
Yeah. He's Freeway Ricky Ross used to be around. Like, he's been in my office before, and like he was like him and Jay Worthy are really close. And Jay Worthy brought him around. It's so random. I spent significant time with him. He's an interesting character.
I think what it's devolved in Snowfall into making is basic TV 101, where the good guy that you got to root for, they got to make you root against them this season. And I think that, okay, obviously I knew this was coming. It's the final season. It doesn't feel final. It feels very much like thrown together. Like, we're just gonna throw this together at the last minute. I think Damson he's kind of regressed. I feel like maybe the hype has caught up to him, but I feel like his, like, where he was measured and very, like, he was like a measured chaos in Snowfall, and that's why we loved him, because he never like went off, and it was like when he did, it was at certain points, like the car scene, which was, we hadn't seen him do that before. But in this season, it's just like he's just gonna yell all the time and cuss and say nigga and like real weird voices. And then I watch him in Swarm, and I'm like, did this nigga sound like Mac 10, and he's supposed to be from Houston, Texas?
Yeah, it was like one time I heard a little bit of a Southern accent, but for the most part, it just sounded like an American accent, which isn't authentic.
You couldn't get Bun B or Mike Jones or anybody to come through and help him with the vocal talents.
He had Dub C for Snowfall.
That's what I'm saying, and I feel like he really lives that in every one of his American accents. Like, I haven't seen him in anything else outside of these two things. But I think that he was definitely a low point for Swarm for me. And when he's on screen, it's just like everyone keeps talking about the sex scene with Chloe. That wasn't Chloe, was it?
No, it was actually. So I mean, that's what she's saying. When I first watched it, I thought it was a stunt double. She said it was really him, and they had like a ball in between them. Yeah, that's how they kind of simulate the sex. So it's like it's bouncing back and forth. I guess they wear like some type of like.
All right, how you acting?
Cool.
If there's just a ball between y'all.
What you mean? How you acting? What you mean?
Like, when you acting, like how are you, like
a bouncy ball in that scene?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like holding
the
ball.
That's crazy.
Steady. Yeah, that's how they do it. I wasn't on set, obviously, so I don't know, but that's how they do those things.
He said that was her. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
but everyone keeps talking about the scene. He's terrible in this scene.
I mean, the way he look at the camera and wink.
Terrible.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a fan of him. I don't know what it is. Like, I can't. It doesn't feel. Nothing he does feels authentic to me.
It's like
I want to see him play a London nigga. Like, let me see you do that. Let me see you be on top.
Here's my thing. You're not Idris Elba. Idris Elba could go back. Like,
man,
he has range.
No, you don't understand. I just said this yesterday. I said he's not even the best Idris.
Exactly.
He's not even the best Idris out right now. Like, Idris Elba is smoking him.
Yes,
smoking him easily. So
100%.
I don't know, man. Shout out to him. He's people love him. He's killing it right now. He got Lori Harvey. Bro. So hey,
funniest tweet I saw.
Triple salute.
Funniest tweet I saw is when they was out, and someone said he didn't pay extra for the PDA package.
Man, I saw that photo. She said that she had body makeup on, so she wasn't trying to get it all over his suit. I respect it, man. I'm not. The arranged relationship thing is definitely something that happens in Hollywood. Shout out to Ruby Rose in French Montana.
Strange.
Is that arranged?
Strange and random.
It ain't real, nigga. The way to pop, like I saw a video. They call paparazzi themselves. So maybe they are together and they just wanted people to know. But that's giving a range to me. Back to Damson. Damson and Laura Harvey, like, shout out to them. Shout out to them both. She's made a career out of turning niggas up. He's made a career out of being American. Hey, man, shout out to them, man. I salute. I'm never a hater.
I'm not a hater either. I'm just saying, man, you need a new vocal coach, and I feel like you need to like tighten up a little bit. The shirt off was.
Oh, you know what though? When he had his shirt off, I'm like, okay, that gives me hope. Cause that nigga, he ain't super cut up. I really was thinking, I ain't gonna front. When he had his shirt off, I'm like, cause I'm tired of Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors and like y'all niggas is super cut up Creed boxer. That nigga Damson like nigga just looking like me. Yeah,
this nigga just look like bruh, shirt off Damson.
If I'm in that scene, I'm just gonna have to just do some like nigga right before 50 crunches right before I get into the scene.
Especially next to Chloe, like I can't be like walk up to Chloe like this.
Yeah, she was looking bad.
Yeah, I can't walk up to Chloe naked like this with the ball in between us.
Oh my god,
I can't do that.
No, and that's it. I watched an interview with her. Just going back to that scene, she was like, he made her feel very comfortable.
Yeah, it's good.
And that's what I think is a part of his appeal.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, like nice guy. That's why Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, like all these people that are so polarizing and people have so many opinions on, but these guys are nice guys.
Yeah, it seems nice.
Nice guys are finishing first right now.
Except for Jonathan Majors taking a cup everywhere. That shit.
I think that's weird as fuck, but nice guy.
Cool guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real cool guy. All right, that's our time. That's what that beat lets me know. Thank you guys for listening to the show.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new episode of BlkPrint Radio coming out. Are we gonna have the scheduled guest that we're supposed to have?
Who was it? Yeah. I just had dinner with him. Mike Carson's gonna be the guest.
Yes.
He said he's down. If it's not Mike Carson, did we had Chris Sanford yet? Right on Rap Shit?
Yeah, man.
Oh, we had him,
Yes.
right?
Last year.
Yeah, I'm tripping. All right, because they're working on it now. I just want to just.
Oh wow. Okay. Shout out
Yeah.
to that. That's a scoop right there.
Yeah, big scoop.
Yeah, I'm in love with the Flex Ball today. Shout out to Chris Sanford. He actually he's been listening. He's been listening. Yeah, he's been checking us out. But yo, thank you guys for listening. B-sides coming up this week as well. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe to our Patreon too, so you can get that the audio from Micah Peters as well. Thank you guys for listening. So we'll see you guys in a week for BlkPrint Radio.
Right back.
We don't stop, and of course we got Throwblacks coming. So that new topic, the new album's coming up very very soon. I don't know if people want us to get in our alternative bag. I don't know. People have been saying like, yo, y'all got to do alternative bag next. But I'm like, I want
not that fast. Give me some time. I gotta ease into
Slow
it.
burn.
Josh is like, not episode 2, my nigga.
Yeah.
I got the perfect album to make Josh listen to.
You know, was it some Linkin Park or some shit?
Nah, close. I'll talk about it B-sides. We'll see you guys in a couple of days for BlkPrint Radio. For Josh and MC, I'm Justin. Peace out, y'all.